Welcome, audience. It's part 19, but in reference to part 18, this is us from the past. Basically, we did this part before part 18 for several reasons. One, Pedro and Tio are excited as all heck to show us this part. And two, apparently part 18 is so inconsequential that, well, we can pretty much infer all we need to from this part.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that part 18 is apparently still part of the main playthrough, it doesn't really matter that much.
Basically, all you need to know is that Alisa tricked us with that fake artifact, and now Serah and Noel separated, and Serah is getting her ass beaten by Caius.
That's all you need to know.
So.
Did we learn Alyssa's motivation in the last part, or is that
No.
still for our future?
Actually, yeah, you learn as soon as you get trapped.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right, actually. Never mind.
She says that in a moment of pretentious narration.
You know, it just goes to show I had the exact same suspicions as her like I did with Vanille. Granted, of course, Vanille wasn't a traitor, but in both cases, my suspicions were, of course, confirmed.
And yes, Caius is more interested in your behemoth than in Serah.
Yes. Well, can you really blame him, too?
So, question, can you get a paradox ending out of beating Caius?
Yes, but you need the paradox scope being activated, and it's one of the most tedious fights ever.
Yes. In
So
fact,
I'm guessing
it's so
that you do that in part 18.
Yes. In fact, that fight is so full of bullshit. It's that fight it's that boss battle that I told you, Jova, where he has that thing where he resets the stagger gauge. So I figured, if the game's not gonna play fair, why the fuck should I? So Game Genie away.
I see. So that's the fight you use Game Genie for. Fair enough.
That one and the Coliseum ones, because the Coliseum ones are also complete bullshit.
Basically, now the idea is that Caius did something to Noel, so we're not gonna see him for a while. However, he has something special in mind for Serah.
How do you know that?
Oh.
You have a Nolan.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
Serah, you don't know Noel enough to say something like that. Just
And
saying.
now, Caius decides it's a good idea to completely rip off one-on-one the time-stopping sequence that Ultimecia does in the first Dissidia game. I'm not even kidding. It's the same pose, the same way he moves.
The only thing that's missing is if Kaya started spelling out every single C word with a K.
You know, notice this motif that Caius has been doing lately. He seems to refer to Serah as some child of miracles. I mean, what, is that her power to pull off miracles or something?
No, her power is... I wish. Her power will be revealed later on.
In this part, I take it.
Kind of...
So, tell me, Pedro, this part is 43 minutes, so is this pretty much going to be the equivalent of part 13 in Time and Eternity?
No. That's saved for the ending of Lightning Returns.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Oh yeah, now we're getting an explanation. Hold on. Basically,
why?
the idea is
Again,
that,
Jova, remember, every time the future changes, you has to see it, and every time she has a premonition, a bit of her lifespan is taken away. Basically,
well, that's kind of the problem. That's kind of the problem in the first place. Remember the ending of the first game where Lightning and company were all uncrystallized out of nowhere, including also Serah and Daj? It was because apparently it was an act of mercy from the goddess Etro, or Etro, whatever you pronounce, by seeing how brave they were. However, doing so, Etro was already weak by the time, and basically that act costed her life. She released the energy of chaos, which is that black smoke you've seen here and there, and that caused the whole timeline to get messed up and forced Caius to be in the state he is, and Noel being the Farseer you have seen so far. Basically, the idea is that the ending of the first game caused all this shit.
Yeah.
And Chaos is basically someone who's affected by all the dark energy.
Yeah, we're gonna explain what exactly has been affecting him, how, has been affecting him in later on when we'll go back to normal.
no, Serah died.
Also,
I am
the-
so sad.
Sorry, but the lack of blood for this particular model graphic doesn't really fit. I mean, it could have fit for the FMV sequence of Harry Final Fantasy VII, but for this, no.
It's funny you mentioned Final
For the
Fantasy VII
record,
because him stabbing her with that long sword reminded me of that promotional artwork of Sephiroth stabbing Cloud and sticking him up with his sword.
For the record, it's pronounced Etro. That's how the
Okay.
game. That's how the game pronounces it.
Well, the difference being, Jova, the Masamune is more like a long katana with a very thin blade. Kaiu's blade is literally the Soul Edge from the Soul Calibur series. Literally 1-1.
Oh, I get that.
Evil Eye included.
Wait.
So it's more
I get
like
that.
a
I was
claymore. And now
I
we're
get-
back to the beginning.
Hey, Shiro,
Another
is you back
beginning.
yet? Not yet. Hopefully she'll be back soon.
Yeah, I was talking more so about the pose, but okay, this looks a bit weird, and this is just like the wake-up scene from from Destiny Islands in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, Jova, just you wait. Just you wait, Jova.
I'll get her up.
It's not every day you wake up to tits, but there you go. Thank you,
Yeah.
bro. I needed that. I needed it so much as I need a hot iron searing my butt. As in, I didn't need that at all. It's just creepy. What the heck?
What a story, Mark.
Maybe I am.
Subtle. Very
Come on, Serah.
subtle.
Didn't you just eat?
Yeah,
What
this
is it?
totally is the real deal.
Basically, apparently, when you die in this universe, you go into a dream stasis because that's how it works.
I'm not going to bother asking what's going on here because I want to be surprised when whatever does get revealed is revealed because this is so
you see
obvious.
that there's Mog.
Hello.
Oh, Shiro, guess what?
What?
Because of Alyssa's fake booby-trapped artifact, Noel and Serah got separated. Kaios killed Serah, and after she got killed, she came back to the beginning of the game.
No school is out right now.
And
Do
she
we have
woke
to
up
do
to
this
this
shit
woman's
all over
cleavage.
again?
No. Basically, Shiro, apparently in this world, when you die, you go into a dream stasis, as I'm about to ask.
So, what are we going to ask?
I think I'm going to ask what year is it. Yeah, I think that's it, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Alright.
Lebro, can I ask you a strange question? What year is this?
Oh, by the way, Shiro,
Are you serious?
2,222.
pay
Purity.
close attention.
Levels.
Pay close attention to what's going to happen for the next like 20 minutes because I want you and Jova, me and Taylor, I want you and Jova to pick up on an incredibly blatant ripoff of a game you two love. But we're not going to say which game, we're not going to say when it happens, we just want you guys to call ripoff and
Believe me, me and Pedro don't have to say absolutely anything.
trust us,
Does
you'll
it
know.
involve
Are
swimming
you
in
sure?
Trust me, Shiroi, you'll know, trust me.
You will.
Does it-
know.
Does it involve swimming in the darkness?
You're close.
Anywho, also note, Sarah's actually wearing her outfit from Final Fantasy XIII now.
Yep. And surprisingly, yeah, the first time I saw this, which was back when the game still had to have all the DLC getting released, I was thinking, oh, we're gonna have at least even that as a DLC costume. Guess what? No, it's only available for this part of the game.
Well, I guess
Like,
because
why-
story-wise.
Honestly, Square Enix, that's marketing logic 101. If you want to sell more, you have the potential to sell more, and you don't even have to, work hard on the model. Just sell it for like $1 or $2, like you do for the other costumes. What is? You're literally a lazy fuckball with this. And Snow is here with his classic outfit.
Okay, yep, I am suspicious.
You're supposed to
then
be.
again, I guess-
You're supposed
Then
to
again, I
be.
guess we're supposed to be, but even still, though, why even suggest that this is the real thing when it's so blatantly not? Oh wait, that's right, story purpose reasons. Never mind.
Yeah, basically, Shiroi, this is apparently when you die, you get transported into a dream world that basically is the equivalent of your deepest desires. Basically, you get transported into your ideal world. So here's my question. Isn't this game kind of suggesting that everybody should just commit suicide to live happily?
No. Because you see, then it's not truly the real thing, and also, well, there you go right there. Everything's falling apart.
Okay, Shiroi, we're almost there. Pay attention.
Hey, wait a minute. Is the world about to fall apart and turn into a star?
Shiroi, you're still there?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, this is like that scene from Kingdom Hearts 1 when Destiny Island started going to crap.
Alright.
But it's probably not just that, is it?
You'll see, you'll see.
You'll see.
There's more to this.
You'll see, Jova. You'll see.
Well, they're blatantly ripping off Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories as well, so how far does this rabbit hole go?
How so? Chain of Memories.
Remember that scene in Chain of Memories when Sora goes to Destiny Islands and then,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Well, then again, Chain of Memories was a lot of that had to do with Sora's memory, so it made sense.
Oh, I get that. However, it does also rip off the scene from Kingdom Hearts 1 when Destiny Islands was starting to go crazy as well.
All right.
Hey, yeah, just like that,
Look who we found! Lightning! We found Lightning Shiroi! We found Lightning Shiroi!
Fake.
What do you think?
You faker.
I don't care about lightning.
Hey, Hallie Ellis.
Welcome home, Serah.
Okay, that's not the real Lightning. She's acting too nice.
Because you want me to be.
What?
And the game's literally spelling it out for us.
Yes, but don't you see, Jova? We're stupid, and this plot is way too intelligent. And this plot is way too intelligent for us to comprehend it. So we have to be spelled out things.
Square-Enix never changes. Still thinking of us being stupid.
Serah,
Here we go.
come with me.
Hey, it's just like how Riku offered Sora to join him in Kingdom Hearts.
I know, right?
Hold on. Even more.
He's even on the. They're even on the deck too.
Hold on, Shiroi. Hold on.
You're all here.
And it's just like struggling to chase after him.
Deep in my heart, the truth still glinted like a razor. This was
Okay.
real.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's going to be an even bigger amount of ripoff in this part, but we'll see it in part 20. For now,
Have we already passed it though? I mean, I'm assuming that we have pretty much figured that.
basically, this is the one of the few alternate endings that you don't need a paradox scope for. Even when you're playing for the first time, this choice will happen. You get to choose whether you stay here with Lightning in the dream world, or you try to go back to the real world and find Noel.
Hey, this is like that ending of Beyond Two Souls.
So for this particular part, I'm going to choose yes for a paradox ending.
This
Alright.
should be interesting. Although, come to think of it, haven't we technically been in some artificial world from the get-go anyway?
Not really, Jova. The Augusta Tower was a physical place.
No. I'm talking about from the beginning, like where clearly the timeline got shifted, so that didn't even make it the real thing when you think about it.
But it was still a proper
And
physical
of course
place.
we get the terrible
This apparently is supposed to be a dream sequence or something.
And we get back to terrible J-pop music from the first game.
Yes,
Well,
everyone
that's
is
the main
happy.
theme of 13 in general, the whole piano thing.
Yes, everyone is happy with the sky clearly looking like it's about to storm heavily, and it doesn't look like anyone can
I
go
know,
anywhere.
right? If you want to make it look pleasant, at least have a clear blue sky.
Alright, after this paradox ending, we'll get to see that part again with even bigger amount of ripped offness. So prepare yourself, Shiroi.
Oh, Saz is back now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though
that came out
Serah
of
never
nowhere.
met Saz. Serah never met Saz.
Yeah, this is
Well,
before we even
she
meet
met,
Saz
she
in the
met
game.
him at the ending, in the ending of the first game.
Theo, they never even talk to each other. Come on.
Well, she knows how he looks like.
And
Theo,
to be
you're
fair,
giving this game way too much credit.
Okay. To be fair, she does know Saz's son well, according to the ending of 13. So there's that. I guess.
Honestly, she only.
That's
we
not
only
what bugs me, though. What bugs me,
And
though,
now
is how
memory
Saz
loss.
is...
All right. Yeah, because
Well, the idea,
Oh,
Shiro,
that's
is
not-
that the more you're passing time in the dream, the more your memory goes apeshit.
basically, Shiro,
Hey,
this
that's
is what.
also like Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories as
Think
well.
of-
The further you
think
go
of
into the
it-
Castle Oblivion, the further you lose your memory.
Think
Well,
of
I
it.
felt more like Kingdom Hearts 2 than anything, but yeah,
Th-
whatever.
think of it like this, Shiroi. This is what would have happened if Sora had taken Riku's end.
In my room, I have a mirror.
Uh-huh.
I never use it.
Evie, what? Are you like anorexic or something?
Maybe she has played too much Silent Hill.
I guess, yeah.
Peek inside. I'll be
In fact, I kind of wish.
How can she be so happy about this? She's dead.
In fact, I really hope Kojima-san and Del Toro are trying to make that spiritual
Beating
success.
thing.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, you clearly know something is going wrong, so, Oh, wait, she's actually going to go for the mirror?
these wonderful magical days continue.
You know, Story, if you want to convince me that she actually is happy, the least you could do is at least give happy-looking visuals.
But Jova, that would require. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Jova's right. This is just stupid. Moving on.
It's not like they don't even have a version of it looking happy. They clearly have
What?
it looking sunny. at
Only
some point.
1500 CP? You ass of shit! Give me 10,000. I want 10,000.
And now everything's black.
Basically, Shiro, I came back to this so that we can see.
The effects that it has on the main, well, the hub or
No,
whatever
act-
map.
No,
you
actually,
just-
Jova. There you go.
Only one paradox ending missing.
Basically, if you choose that ending, and after you see the ending, you go back to the very point before you picked. So you can.
That's nice, I guess.
Except for the alternative. Hey, can Moogles talk? Dash just dropped by Nora House to play. And as usual, he's peppering your questions. Of course they can. They know lots of things. Teo, you take it. This is too stupid for me.
Yeah,
See,
basically, this is borderline fan fiction.
So here's my-
This is fan fiction.
Borderline fan fiction. It's clearly something that was taken from.
Actually,
fan fiction
Shiroi, I'm
context.
gonna go even a step further. That's saying that this is a fan fiction is an insult to fan fiction.
Fanfiction can
I don't
actually
know.
be
I've seen
good.
some pretty bad fan fiction.
To be fair, Shiroi, fanfiction can actually be good.
Alright,
you
here we
know.
go.
All right,
That's
Shiroi, get ready because you thought if you thought it was a ripoff before. Wait till you see this one. So let's skip to the part.
Okay.
So let's skip to the part where we were, and this time we'll say no, which is the.
Oh.
I only have,
Oh.
This
I
time.
only have one question to ask.
Go
Why
ahead.
the heck
Hold on,
does
Jova.
Saz
Hold on,
dodge-
Jova. Hold on, Jova.
I couldn't
Okay,
do it.
so this time I picked no, which is the actual in-canon choice.
In the future, Noel came and gave me hope.
Well, at least now they're playing one of the good tracks in the game.
He traveled back to
Cool.
his father.
I like this one.
And it's actually fitting
Yeah.
for the scene.
Cocoon.
That's nice. Oh, look, colors returning.
It's basically the main theme. It's basically the main.
Notice she doesn't even mention Saz. That's
Oh, yeah,
sad.
that's right.
To live in this world of
She has
Yeah,
mentioned
yeah,
all the
yeah.
other party members, but
Teo,
not Saz.
Saz doesn't exist anymore.
Speaking of Saz, I have to wonder then. Why
Oh,
the
here we
heck
go.
does
Oh my
Yep,
god!
yep, heartless.
It's 101, like literally.
Don't give up.
See,
Oh my
you-
god, don't give up. That's just like the scene for the final boss in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Hey, the only difference between that scene and the one in Kingdom Hearts is that Riku was standing on the pier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to
They
mention.
just kind of reversed the placing of them.
Not to mention, the characters in Kingdom Hearts have personalities, whereas these.
Yeah,
oh, here we
I
go.
care about them.
So here's one thing I have to ask. Why the heck does Saz and his son show up at the very last minute in that alternate ending when we've never even met them
Joma,
in
the
game
ominous
before?
music should hinting you at who's about to come.
Yeah, Vanille. Honestly, I know you're gonna hate me for this, but at this point, Vanilla's far from my worst enemy as far as characters go, from what I've been introduced in this game.
But don't you know, Jova, remember, Vanilla is Satan incarnate. He's
Yes.
the Antichrist.
Honestly, at this point, I might actually prefer Vanilla, even if she were that, compared to a lot
You
of the
see,
stupid
Jova.
characters
You
we
see,
got in
Jova.
this game.
You see, Jova. Since you're Christian, allow me. The Bible got it wrong. Vanille is the true Antichrist. The Bible got it wrong.
And maybe she's
I know,
just the
didn't you
avatar.
hear the song in that one ending?
Funny. Anywho, though, but yeah, like I said, I'd take Vanu over half the characters that have been introduced to us in this game at this point.
Oh yeah, me too.
And
mean,
honestly,
she is-
At this point,
Jova, do the characters that have been introduced to us in this game even have some kind of personality? Like, as I mentioned, Noel is pretty much a blank page, and Alyssa even less than that.
Okay, allow me, Jova. Jova and Shiro, allow me. I'll go back to my argument from 13.1. She ruined Saz's life, so I hate her.
Oh, I get that. You, by all means, hate on Vanu. However, I will say Vanu was never my least favorite of the heroes, no. That honor went to Lightning for obvious reasons. And at least Vanu actually tried to redeem herself in the end. I'm not saying that
I
excuses
hated her
it, but-
until this point. Now I find her tolerable.
Wow, you see, Pedro, that's what 13.2 is doing to poor Shiroi. Not that I
mean,
don't
yeah, she
agree.
was a pain in the ass and she ruined Saz's life, but at least she had a character, even if it wasn't.
It's mostly because she annoys the shit out of me.
Oh, I can understand that. I
Alright,
mean,
let's
those
see
squeak
what happens.
girls
But
can
I'd rather
definitely-
have a character who annoys the shit out of me than have a character with zero personality.
Oh, and suddenly Vanu!
Is that really you?
Also, I don't remember if I pointed out in the origin in the first game.
Excuse
but,
me, guys, I'm gonna get my shotgun.
When you take a closer look at her outfit,
Okay, hold on, Teo. Allow me to say something, Teo. Listen to her voice. Listen to her voice. She sounds different from the first game.
Hold on, let me listen.
Why did you come? Because you needed help.
Okay. Fang sounds the same, but take a good listen to Vanilla's voice in this game. Her accent kinda...
Fang before?
Hold on.
We've come to pull you out of this fantasy of yours.
Ha!
You're trapped in a dream that never ends somewhere in the void beyond.
She sounds
She
more
doesn't
mature and more Australian.
That, my girl, is what
I see. Well, I guess it makes sense. I think her voice actress is Australian. Basically, she's toning down the squeakiness of it. So, yeah, like
Or
she
is
said,
it a
she sounds
different
more
actress?
mature.
No, it's the same.
No. It's the same actress. I can see what they're doing. They're having her act more mature. Which, given the context of what happened in the last game, actually would make sense. So you're telling me that the only characters out of the 6 that actually, properly matured and developed were these two?
Basically.
and those two were trapped in a fucking crystal pillar in stasis.
They're fighting their own battles.
Well, then again, we haven't seen Saz yet.
Allow me to
How
ask
is
one
his
simple
development,
question
I
that Joe.
wonder?
Allow me to ask one simple question that nobody else is asking. Why are they here, and how can they be here? How the hell? They said they came here to help us because basically right now they're still in the crystal pillar, but somehow they have the power to magically put their own souls or spirits in Sarah's dream status. How? Why? How do they even know they can do that?
According to what they said, apparently they have some sort of psychic power thing from being in the crystal that allows them to get into her dreams.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Especially
Well,
because
see,
this place space-wise is nowhere. I mean, if it was in a different time location, but still in a space of Cocoon or Hope or Pulse, it would have at least make some sense in space. But we are in a dream sequence that Serah is having in the Void Beyond, which is a location that's beyond space and time. So technically, she should be out of reach.
So yeah, Shiroi, now you know.
I'm just going to assume that somehow, someway, we're going to end up saving Vanu and Fang, and they'll show up in the next game, and because of that, their future selves are the ones actually allowing their past selves to interfere with our dreams. Am I right that we actually do save them, and they appear in the third game, and thus that
Yeah,
would
but it's
possibly
not what you
allow
told
for-
us.
It's
No,
not.
it's not that.
You're only half right.
Twice now.
Anyway,
Oh.
so basically, Shiroi, now you know what would have happened if Kingdom Hearts would have been made by Toriyama.
Talked a while, but she kind of reminded me of you. Even though they're still
That would have ruined a lot of my life.
they reached out and showed me a way out.
Oh well, Shiroi.
Oh.
One day. I'm
Well,
going to
Shiroi,
come
I
back.
guess look at it this way. At least you weren't the one that had to deal with this. Me and Teo took the blood for you.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
I'm going to wake him out.
Anyway, what I was trying to
It's
say
not like I
before
haven't
is
been
that,
scarred by the Sonic franchise anyway.
If you look closely to, I know that now she's gone, so you cannot see her properly in game. But Vanilla's outfit, when you really get a closer look to her,
Yeah.
her what's the name? Her pearl thing she's having.
Her necklace?
Yeah, her necklace, the way she disposed, it's kind of like the rope you use in bondage sessions.
Yep.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's apparently part of the whole tribal thing.
Well, but don't you see, Theo? That's because of Toriyama's fetish.
I know, that's creepy as fuck.
But
And
his
now
fetish
we're-
is lightning, not
Now we're
veneer.
going-
No, he
wait,
fetishes
wait.
everyone, Shiwa. Do I need to show you again that scene from 10-2 where we have the
No,
girl?
no, you don't. You don't. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're in a dying world 700 AF, if that sounds
So,
familiar.
supposedly, Jova, remember, 200 years after Cocoon destroys Bolt.
Wait.
This is Noel's
wait,
time.
wait.
Now we're going to finally see Noel's entire backstory.
I wonder.
I care so
It
much.
explodes.
You know, I wonder. Thinking back to Valhalla, what exactly is Valhalla's stake in all this?
Valhalla is basically a pocket mansion thing where the chaos smoke thing gets convoluted in order to not ruin into the main world.
So in that case, couldn't potentially getting rid of Valhalla maybe solve the problem?
No, it will actually make it worse because then the chaos will flood into the real world and destroy everything.
See, the thing is, Jova.
Why not just let
the
the chaos
logic.
diffuse into it and balance stuff out?
You see,
Because
Jova.
remember, it was the job of Atro absorbing chaos and allowing it not to escape the war. However, with Atro being dead, the chaos has been all released.
Then why don't they just get somebody to replace Etro?
Because she's a goddess, it's a bit complicated.
Oh, come on, it's the Final Fantasy universe. I'm sure there's some complicated ritual to make someone a god or goddess, you know, eternal suffering or all that.
Well,
I mean-
remember, Jove, apparently in the previous game, in order to summon, God, in order to remake things, you needed to slaughter an entire planet or something.
Wait a minute. I just thought. Pedro. Is it possible that... Wait, wasn't Lightning referring to a goddess in the first part of this game now that I think about it?
Don't worry, Jova. That's what the next part after this is
Actually, no, she's technically the goddess champion.
Well, that makes me wonder. What if Lightning's supposed to be the chosen one to replace Etro's goddess
Actually,
and that's why she's
not
in
really.
Valhalla? Oh.
for. Don't worry, Jova. The goddess Etro. That's not what this is about. The goddess Etro literally, basically hired Lightning to protect her. That's all it is.
But how can she do that if she's dead?
No, she's not
Protect
dead.
her.
She's not dead yet.
But I thought you said she was dead. Oh, wait. Okay. So the goddess Etro dying is what causes Ul to foresee the future and have to die, right?
No, wait, was that what Teo told you? No, that's not what it. But basically, what we're trying to do, basically, Etro is the goddess of all time, and if she dies, time goes to shit. So basically, Lightning needs to protect her from chaos. That's basically what it is.
Huh. So Caius is willing to basically destroy the time stream just to keep Ul from having to die over and over. Never mind the fact that she keeps coming back anyway.
No, but that's the thing, Jova. Every time she comes back, it's a completely different person. So he has to see the same person that he has grown to bond with die over and over and over and over and over.
Even though he knows it's a lie because it's a different person technically, Caius is still traumatized by this.
Yeah, I mean, the Ul he knew at first is dead, so... Oh, wait, he's gone insane, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
basically it.
Okay, sure, fair enough.
Okay,
I mean,
sure,
hey,
okay,
at least
allow
that
me-
may be the most solid motivation I've actually gotten out of this
There
story
can
so
be
far.
only one.
Basically, Shio, allow me to explain things to you. Basically, Noel and Caius and Ul are the three last people on Earth. And Noel and Caius are the Guardians. What are the Guardians? Basically, they protect Ul. However, since now that Noel is ready to become the next Guardian, he has to complete kill Caius, because there can only be one Guardian at a time. So basically, Noel has to kill Caius. However, as you probably are guessing, no, Noel doesn't have it in him to kill Caius.
Because,
So
he still
that's why
treats him as
Caius
his
is-
friend.
So that's why Caius is constantly chasing after us. He's trying to get Noel to kill him?
Tragedy and shit, except I don't
Hey,
care.
wait. But I thought Caius's motivation was to stop Ul from dying.
No,
so
but this is
wait,
before that, Joe. This is before everything happened.
Basically, Jova, the idea behind everything is that imagine a timeline that hasn't been corrupted by all these paradoxes. It goes something like this. Stuff happens up until the pillars crumbles because Cocoon falls because no one knew this was coming and it happened. That exterminates the vast majority of people on balls. And basically, in time, people keeps decreasing up until here in 700 AF, only 3 people remain, and obviously they cannot repopulate Pulse. And this is what happens. Basically, Noel, Caius, and Ewell are the last survivors, and Caius is their guardian and has to be killed for tradition's sake, basically just to honor them for the last dance. However,
He's not done, Jova. Hold on.
All right, go on.
However, since the timeline gets corrupted by the whole thing about Atro dying, what happens is, because of this particular moment in time gets altered first, and Caius, Yule, and Noel gets all involved in this shit. Caius becoming this immortal thing that chases around everyone, Yule becoming the oracle that multiplies herself and keep dying constantly, and Noel getting thrown into Valhalla, as we'll see later. Basically, that's the gist of it.
So basically, the whole time getting screwed in the first place gave them superpowers each.
Yeah, pretty much. You'll see what happens exactly to each and how.
Well, Shiroi, I hope you got all that.
There's going to be a test later.
You know, the way this,
hold on, guys. Let Shiroi speak. Go ahead, Shiroi.
The way this particular world works summarizes my entire feelings on these 2 games.
It's a
everything's just all bleak and depressing.
It's a gigantic nonsensical mess, like Batman vs Superman. Boom.
Ooh, look, it's the ghost of a chocobo.
Actually, it's a real chocobo. What? No.
Basically, okay.
Also, this music is depressing as fuck.
Another day,
it fits,
another day. Oh my god, this is Majora's Mask.
Kinda, yeah. Oh, don't worry, Jova. That's what the next game is for, because the next game is trying to rip off the Majora's Mask time clock thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Noel. So basically, this world is just a giant video cassette that we can use to watch people.
So like me and Theo just said, Noel didn't have it in him to kill Caius. However, since I have the paradox scope on, now we get to see what would have happened if Noel actually did kill Caius. So let's see how that.
So, is this a matter of choosing, or does it automatically happen if you have the paradox scope equipped?
Yes. Like I said, the only endings that you get to see without the paradox scope is the one with Atlas.
As if this place isn't depressing already.
The one with the giant flank.
Well, Shiroi, to be fair, do you actually give a shit?
No.
Then what are you complaining about?
To me, honestly, that's at least they're trying here to give some backstory to Noel. The problem is because of the bad pacing this game has. Because yes, this game has really bad pacing. No, it's bad. It exists, but it's bad because of the bad pacing. It's too little, too late.
By this point, already everybody either rage quit the game or just completely gave up caring at this point.
In my first run, because I didn't spoil myself the game, I didn't hated Noel, but I wasn't really caring about him. So when it came to this point, I was like, oh, so that's how it is. But whatever.
You want to know what's a sad thing? What's a sad thing is like, well, generally, when people compare RPGs, like the fantasy series is traditionally known for, to say action RPGs like Kingdom Hearts, usually people expect the pacing of an action RPG to, go a lot more quicker. But here's the thing: in Kingdom Hearts 1, when we got announced as the big bad behind all the Disney villains, the fake Ansem, aka Xehanort's Heartless. Here's the thing. Yeah, we were sort of announced about him at the last moment, yet we technically had the Ansem's research. Not only that, but we still got a whole new level.
Jova, let's not forget that the very first he's actually technically the very first villain that shows up in the game when Sora is in the cave in the strange.
I was actually about to get to that.
Yeah.
I mean, not only is he technically the first villain we meet, but we do still get some backstory. I mean, granted, it is done more visually, but all the same, backstory before we do finally kill him in Kingdom Hearts 1. I mean, of course, he gets a lot of flack for that, and I definitely can see where people are coming from. But Kingdom Hearts 1, an action RPG which goes a lot more on the flow than a traditional RPG, managed to still flesh out and pace the introduction of its
that's because there's a very good reason for that, though.
I know.
No, actually, allow me. You might not be aware of this. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 were written by Kazushige Nojima. Who is that guy? He wrote Final Fantasy VII, and he's also right now writing the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yep, I know about him.
Yeah, and now
he's
you
supposed to
get
do
the
Kingdom Hearts
explanation.
3.
And now, sorry, Jova, you missed a bit
I'm
of an
guessing
explanation
no.
here.
Hold on, Taylor. I'm guessing no.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
ahead,
The
Theo.
reason Caius is immortal is because apparently when he got his superpowers due to Atro dying, he got Atro's own heart beating him. That's why he's immortal. However, if you stab him in the heart, he will die. But however, the timeline will collapse because that will cause chaos to appear everywhere. So basically, Caius is if you can like this, you can deduce that Caius is tricking Nor and Serah to actually kill him, so the timeline will collapse. Now the logic explanation. Why doesn't he stab himself? Beats the fuck out of me. I don't even know why he doesn't
Also,
do
Jova, Nojima's writing the Final Fantasy VII remake, so I'm guessing he's too busy for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I guess we'll just see who was behind it. I mean, for all we know, Kingdom Hearts 3 could have been way in development. I mean, they've had enough time. But,
Over
back to
10
Caius.
years!
Also, this Paradox
Yes,
boss battle,
indeed.
this Paradox boss battle is by far the easiest. Caius
Yeah,
in this boss
because you
battle,
don't have monsters to help you, so you can so basically the boss is balanced to compensate that.
yeah, but the problem is
Although I
that
have to say, by the time Kingdom Hearts 3 does eventually come out, I might be able to get the PS4 pretty cheap.
yeah, basically,
Yeah.
it's not just balanced to you. It went beyond that. They made this boss. You can literally beat this boss by just abusing the shit out of the commando role.
I guess it sort of makes sense timeline-wise, since I guess Caius isn't as experienced as
That's
you
the
will be
problem,
in this world.
Jova. Remember, we're in a dream sequence, not the actual thing. So that means this Caius we're watching is the real article.
Remember.
And he's doing that to trick Noel to kill him, so, chaos will spread.
Basically, Jova, when Sol and
Wait, so you're saying that this is the same Caius that's been pestering us all this time, and, literally just a few moments
the
ago...
thing you need to know, though, is that with Paradox and we're going to get is because you can understand that the Paradox scope basically makes so that the battle we are facing is the genuine one. But story-wise, without the Paradox scope, that means that the chaos Noel is facing is the real one, the one that has been tricking us for the whole time, and it's just now trying to trick him again to kill him in order to make the timeline collapse.
So here's a question then. Throughout the story, we've been chased by fake Caiuses, as Noel's pointed out. So if he wants us to kill him,
No,
and by the way,
that's just Noel grasping at straw. That was always the same one, the real one.
oh, never mind. So here's the case then. Why doesn't he let us kill him easily? And by the way, I just realized that this is a ripoff of Final Fantasy XIII.
Yeah, it's the same problem that Orphan has in the first game. He wants to die so desperately, but he mounts this vigorous resistance.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that Caius has even less of an excuse. He constantly jumps around the timeline, sometimes forcing us to have to chase him. Why doesn't he just constantly
And that's
come to
the
them?
problem. A concept like this doesn't work on a timeline type of story.
It's
at
like,
all.
oh my god. So he is Mephiles, only actually, I hate to say it, he's actually more stupid than Mephiles. At least Mephiles finally had
please.
some...
You wasted,
Jova.
and you wasted one of my
Jova.
favorite voice actors for this role.
Please.
Thank you, Square.
Well-
Ryan O'Brien.
Yeah. Well, Theo,
Oh.
curious, do you think level 5 used them better in Lost Future?
Well, yeah, I guess. However, the character could have done with any other voice, honestly.
So,
The character was
Well,
good,
Theo, look
but
at-
any voice would have fit.
Well, look at the bright side, Theo. At least you also played that announcer at the beginning and you got to ham it up like awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, let's do time warp again.
So, just to recap, this is literally Final Fantasy XIII's villain all over again, trying to get us to kill him.
Yes.
Yep.
And except, he's mixed in with an augmented, yes, I said augmented version of Mephiles' stupidity. You've officially made me find a villain more stupid than Mephiles. And this is a guy who could warp to any time.
And he was pretty stupid.
As Pedro mentioned, this is the paradox ending that happens if it's a what-if scenario if Noel actually killed Chaos before the whole time crash thing and actually inherited the power of the Atro's heart thing.
Jova, the
And
only
also-
character in that game who was probably stupider was Silva.
Okay,
Well,
so yeah.
actually, even Silver was smarter than Mephiles at some
Oh,
point.
please,
but I'll go more
Jova.
into that when we
Fucking
get to Sonic
Mephiles.
06.
Jova, fucking Mephiles was like fucking Isaac Newton compared to these characters.
Amazing.
Hey, at
So,
least Mephiles got the job done. Sort
Yeah.
of.
I know, right? And by the way, a question. So Caius wants to get killed just so we can end Yuel's suffering, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
How does he know about all these new rules about, being immortal but getting killed by getting stabbed in the arm? And mine,
Your guess is as good as mine, Jova.
also, in regards to the whole stabbing in the heart thing, does that mean that a bullet getting shot into his heart could also work?
Shot through the heart.
It could. It could. That's the thing.
So how has he not
many
died all
I
this
know,
time?
Trova. He has so many ways he could have easily get killed by things, and not just necessarily Serah and Noel. But no, apparently he needs to get stabbed by Noel or Serah for poetic justice or some shit.
And not only that, but it's in the heart. Forgive me if I sound a bit condescending, but isn't the heart usually one of the places that almost everyone thinks to go for when they're going for a lethal kill?
Well, that would be also the head.
So, yeah.
Outside of Nintendo games,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
So yeah, by killing Caius, time went to shit, and now Noel is trapped forever in time.
Well, on the contrary, Shiroi, there are actually quite a few bosses in Nintendo history that get killed by getting hit in the heart as well.
All right, we already know what's happening here. This is just pretentious nonsense. I know this is off topic, but question: do you?
Does anyone feel like getting a cappuccino, you mean?
No. This part is pretty much done. We're like 2 minutes away from it. I know it's a bit tight, but can Shiro and Teo, can I ask 45 more minutes out of you guys?
I
Not
could.
cool.
What about you, Shiro?
Yeah. Just
All right.
about.
In that case, now we finally get to the part that we got to the part where me and Teo were looking forward. Now we get to the part where Jova was looking forward to.
Part 20?
Oh,
Yes,
really?
the part where we finally get to see what the fuck happened at the end of 13-1 to screw everything up.
And yes, basically, Shiroi,
Why we didn't know that from the beginning? I don't know.
Okay, Shiro. Remember how Jova has been
Shiroi,
saying.
shitty pacing.
Remember.
Allow me to explain, Shiroi. See, here's the thing. This is mainly for people who have seen the trailer, but I have constructed a theory which, according to Pedro, may actually be pretty accurate. You see, Shiroi, if you see the trailer, it shows certain cutscenes, shall we say, that we have not yet seen yet, which, when you piece together that with the events of what actually happened in this game, will form a clear picture of what's going on, and yes, it is stupid. Unbelievably stupid.
Okay.
Well, Jova. To be fair, were you expecting anything else?
I'm just shocked that I actually managed to call it, though, and that was me just piecing it together with little bits of information I knew and trailer scenes. I'm not even a fan of the 13 trilogy. I mean, and heck, I just became a Final Fantasy fan like last year. I should not be able to so easily put together what is going to happen.
So
when
that
it's,
was part 19
the most crucial
of
thing.
Kingdom
That was the-
Fantasy.
And that was the last
13.5.
of the paradox endings, actually.
That's what we're calling this part, by the way. What Shiro just said.
Kingdom
Anyway.
Fantasy 13.
Yes. Anyway, everybody, see ya for part 20. Dun dun dun.
Done.
See ya, everybody.